everyone. This is your weekly reading for August 9th through the 15th of 2021. And we're using actually only one deck of cards for the entire week, and it is the Sacred Destiny Oracle by Denise Linn. I know it seems like I'm picking the same decks for every week, but it's what the universe is telling me to grab, so I'm grabbing it. So without further ado, I'm going to start right into the reading. The first card that we have is called Delight, which I think is beautiful. We've got a beautiful little swallow there talking about delight. I believe this is saying for this week, focus on that which gives you joy. And I believe that there's so much right now that could be giving people joy, especially since there are some opportunities to get out into nature and enjoy what is left in the summer, basically for the North America participants in our seasons, just before the fall comes along. So let's see what they have to say. Sparrows in spring grass. The sparrow gains its power from its numbers. In clusters, sparrows eat and forage, and predators are distracted and deterred, even intimidated by their numbers. Security and joy in numbers is a lesson of the sparrow. Within their community, sparrows are always busy, living life fully. Many cultures align the meaning of the sparrow with joy, and in the Middle Ages, the sparrow was thought to relieve suffering, help one triumph over hardships, and bring joy. So the message is this: delight is expanding in your life. Clap your hands with glee, spend time with others, go to a community gathering, host a party. The joy you experience will give birth to immense creativity, and your life will blossom. Share your happiness and elation with others, and it will grow by leaps and bounds. This isn't the time to be serious or buckle down and get to work. This is the time to be spontaneous and madcap. Do not make hard and fast commitments. Don't sign any legal documents or make any pledges right now. Don't make any promises, or you might not be able to keep them. Give yourself permission to have fun, lots of fun, especially in community with others. Now, this falls in line with in some areas of the world, we have a little bit of lessening and restrictions, and in some others, we have actually the opposite. So where you can find joy is what they're saying. There are opportunities for us to find a community, whether it is online at this time or just around you, your neighbors, people that you have known for a long time, or those who are brand new in your life. Find joy in your life at this time. Our entire life is not supposed to be serious and work, work, work. It's about finding joy wherever you are. So that internal part of us, once you do recognize happiness and say, yeah, you know what? I feel pretty happy. I feel well, and in this case, it would be joyful about what I see and where I go and who are around me, that sort of thing. If you're actually feeling that sense of happiness, then it also opens up the avenues for creation. It will bring new ideas. The interesting thing about joy is not just about a chemical reaction within our body. It is basically something that the universe recognizes as, oh, okay, well, if there's joy in this person's life and heart, then we're going to give them more. And even more so, if you want more of that, be grateful. Be grateful for what brings you joy, and you will have more of it. So in this week, it's saying find those moments where you have much joy, and where you might find difficulties in your life or challenges in your life. See the joy within them. If you are, say, contemplating in your life what has transpired, then see where in that moment or in that experience where you could find joy from that, a happy moment, something that makes you feel different than the challenge. And that will give you a different perspective to look at. So that is delight. We're actually going to go straight through to the next card and probably go through this fairly quickly. Wonders. In that it's very interesting because we're looking at a crystal, and it looks like an amethyst crystal within the universe. So wonders, the wonders of the universe. So let's take a peek at wonders. Quartz crystal. Natural rock crystals, clear, amethyst, citrine, rose, and smoky, were all revered in ancient times. The Aborigines of Australia called it maban, which was the material through which their shamans and elders gained their magical powers. The Egyptians believed quartz had mystical healing abilities and would bury their dead with a piece of crystal on their forehead. The Greeks and Romans believed crystals were solid ice that had been formed by the gods and thus had mystical powers. Even to present day, people believe that crystals can help manifest their intentions. Perhaps that is because of the piezoelectric qualities of quartz, the reason why quartz can amplify radio signals. There are some places in the world where it's not uncommon to find crystals on the surface of the land. These are especially powerful because they have found you in their natural setting. So the message is this: just around the corner, exciting possibilities are waiting for you. Wonders will be abounding in your life. Sometimes they won't be apparent at first. Nevertheless, they are there. The more you see them and embrace them, the more these possibilities will grow in magnitude. Celebrate and cherish even the smaller ones, no matter how tiny they may seem. Let go of expectations. Don't limit the way that you think that wondrous events could appear in your life. Be open. If you believe, anything and everything is possible. Now, it kind of goes very well with last week's weekly reading. Now, I know that if you look at these particular cards and they're very positive and very wonderfully reflective cards, you may also, and if you want to compare them to something, then you're comparing them to the outside world and you're saying, oh, wait a second. What the heck? That doesn't make any sense. The outside world is chaotic. It's just nuts. What this is saying is, look at the wonders that you have within your world, because they're trying to say that if you do take into account everything that's going on around you, or basically some of the challenges that you're facing with yourself, and you continually focus on that, all you're going to do is make yourself miserable. Simple as that. What they want you to do, what the universe wants you to do, is find the delight. Find the wonders in your life. Use the crystals if you do have crystals, and amplify that wondrous that wonder that you have within you. For example, rose quartz, which is a pink quartz crystal, brings joy and love. It's a recognition of joy and love. Now, keep in mind too that rocks, crystals, basically our whole mantle, the Earth's mantle, is pretty much made up mostly of quartz. It has a quartz component, and that's just from years and years and years, well, billions of years of compaction, etc. I'm not going to go into a scientific geomagnetic lesson for you. I'm just going to say that the crystals are here with a specific frequency, and each and every one of them can amplify different aspects of our life. So, and I fully believe that, because everything around me, I fully believe everything around us is made up of an energetic vibration. And you can definitely see that in science. Science has proved that. So basically, we are of a specific magnetic vibration. And if you take any type of quartz or any type of crystal around you, you can amplify that which you are putting out. So if you would like to amplify and increase the intention of bringing something into your life, that which you would like to manifest, whether physically or within the spiritual, mental, emotional, grab a crystal, put it in your hand, and really place your intention. This is, and it kind of works in the positivity. So basically, if you wished for something that was an ill effect for someone or something, you would not want to have that. Just put it this way, that the frequency works in a universal way, and that you want to be able to manifest that which you desire, which is for the best of yourself and the best of everyone around you, the highest good of all. That's our that's our makeup. That's basically what we do. We use the crystals to amplify the wondrous that we have within our lives. And so this is basically a wonderful opportunity this week to be able to look at that which you would like to have in your life. I had said before in a previous reading that basically I want peace. I want to see peace. I want to see peace around me. I want to see peace within me. And I basically am working on the peace within myself so that I can also bring that around me. So we are very powerful beings. So this can be done, and it can be done even better, best, basically, with being in a delightful mood. So let's go on to the next card. Going forward, lovely. So in this particular card, we're looking at a path, our journey forward. So it's a big one. This is kind of something where I think a lot of us might be contemplating what is going to happen with us going forward in this lifetime. And I will be very honest with you, I don't have the answers. But going forward on this path, you have the opportunity to choose. You can choose the perspective of something that it could be a horrific world, or you could choose the opposite and choose a world of wondrous abundance. And this is one way of looking at the worldly situation, but this is also to do with yourself. What would you like to do going forward in your life? Now, you may be faced with closing a business, or basically leaving the job that you're in for one circumstance or another. What I urge you to do, and what the universe is telling me to urge you to do, is to look at, as you go forward, no matter what circumstance it seems to bring to you, it could be a loss of some sort. Try to look at it as the necessary change that pushes you forward on that path that you are supposed to be on. So, in other words, that it's not misfortune, that it is something of an experience that you need to do or experience in order to go to the next step on your path. Going forward in your life may mean making some very pertinent choices. It may mean, like I say, loss, or if you want to look at it as loss, or you can just say a very large change in your life. And if that is the case, this is urging you to accept that change and move forward. Move forward with it. Roll with the punches. Going forward in a positive way too. We're going to see a lot of change. Basically, we're kind of in this particular amount of change, that the transformations that are happening on a daily basis are pretty remarkable. So going forward, you can choose to resist that spiritual alignment of going forward, or that physical alignment of going forward with regards to a different place to live, or a different place to work, or a different material good that you have, or physical good that you have. Or you could just choose to accept it and take a step forward and say, okay, this is what life has given me. Now what? Well, what can I do? And just take it from there. And don't forget, you also have the community and people around you can talk to about that. That being said, I'm just going to harp on this for a little bit. Going forward, for all of us, we are basically becoming, evolving into that which we are meant to evolve into. As spiritual beings, we are evolving, and with all of the amazing light from the universe that is coming on and shining onto the earth, it is changing us deep, deep, deep into our core. So as we go forward, we will be changing. We will, on the internal parts of us, we will see the world change. And the world is changing. You see, with transformations and change, you see a lot of chaos. And I'll call it as chaos just because in a lot of ways, we go through the chaos in order to get past it and to actually see balance. In a lot of ways, that's the way life works on this planet. You need to go through that challenge in order to see the outcome, to see the beautiful outcome, because there will be a beautiful outcome from this, no matter what. I challenge you, look in your life, just turn around and take a look at the past, just for a moment. Don't relish in that, and don't keep going down that path. Just look at it from a reflective point of view and take a look at how many times you have gone through challenging situations and what they were. Like I said, don't get involved with them because it's the past, but just take a look and see where you are today. Can you see from those particular challenges how you became the person you are today? And the challenge in that sense, too, is to love the person you are today. You are a limitless being. You are in a particular state that requires you to recognize that and to recognize how many possibilities you have from this going forward. From the past, you are in a particular position today from those past experiences. And quite honestly, you likely will look at that and say, yeah, you know what? I actually feel better now than I did back then. Or you might look back and say, oh boy, you know what? Regret is something that you don't want to do. Regret is not something of when you reflect, you do not want to feel regret from where you are. You want to recognize that that was an experience. And what did you learn from that? And now, from that experience, as you go forward in your life, do you see any parallels? Do you see a cycle that is happening that you're going through again that's based on where you were at? This can fall true for relationships, for example. You might end up with either a similar situation from a relationship in the past that was not as favorable, but yet you learned a lot from that. And at this particular time, you may be learning some harsh truths or some wonderful truths about the person that you're with, so that it sets you on that path forward in knowing what you need to do in order to keep yourself grounded and know the truth about yourself and accepting the truth about yourself. I know that's deep. One card, and wow, does that ever put you deep, right? It's craziness. Anyways, it's just a way of actually saying, okay, I look at the past, I see where I am today, and now as I'm going forward, I recognize that I am a limitless being and I am changing. I am changing with the world that is changing with me, and love the person you are. So the next card we have is diligence. Now, this has come up before. This is basically giving you that opportunity to see the higher perspective, to see a different perspective. So, and I'll read it for you again, basically for those who haven't listened to it. And it's a great recap too. This is diligence, fallow field. Traditionally, fields were left fallow, unfarmed, for extended periods of time to allow the soil to recover and rebalance its nutrients, to break disease and pest cycles, and to provide a haven for wildlife. Letting fields lie fallow meant that the subsequent crops were much healthier and more vibrant. Engaging in this time-honored process takes patience and diligence, but the results are worth the wait. So, this is the message for this. There are times in life to step forward and take risks, but there are other times to be patient, step carefully and slowly, and know that the benefits you will gain in the future will be worth it. Be attentive, meticulous, and persistent. Use this time to plan for action steps in the future. Be diligent and consistent at each step as you move forward. Moving forward, eh? By doing so, you will harvest remarkable results in the years ahead. This is not the time for instant gratification. Your diligence will pay off in the future tenfold. This is the time for deliberate organization. Clean house, clear clutter out of your life. Be thoughtful about how you spend your time and be discerning when choosing with whom you spend it. Clear out relationships that do not support you. Remember when I was saying about looking back? Well, that gives you that opportunity to see what it is that you really want as you're moving forward. And with this particular card, seeing a higher perspective is just basically saying trust your instincts, trust your intuition to know what circumstances or what people are trustworthy and what you need to do next. This is saying leave things well alone, but at the same time, take that higher perspective and look at them first. Look at how the experiences that you've gained has gotten you to where you are today. You have the choice to change that if you'd like. If you're in a particular position where you don't want to be in, you can change that. But if you're also in a position that you're better at this particular time than you were in a cycle that seems exactly the same as it was today, then you have progressed quite a bit. And in fact, we all have. This is also saying to a lot of us to have patience with what's going on. We are changing. We are in a huge transformation mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And we have to be very patient and being diligent with our the acceptance of what is happening. Now, that doesn't mean that we're accepting how do I put this? Well, control. We ultimately have the intuition to know what we need to do and what step we need to take in our lives and what is truth and what is not. And so being diligent to who we are, the truth of ourselves, is what this is asking us to do in this week. And I suspect this is probably going to be something that's going to come up for the weeks in the future, to like within this month. The way that the energies are going, especially planetary and astrological energies, I would have to say that we will have to see things from a higher perspective and be able to be patient and allowing ourselves to withstand that which is going on by carefully maintaining balance within ourselves. So definitely something to look at. As this goes forth within the week, it's definitely going to bring up some things we'll probably see in the media and or in the situations around us in different countries, that things will be happening. This is saying be within yourself, know what the truth is within yourself, and be joyful in yourself, knowing that where you are right now, if you are able to maintain a higher perspective, you will be in joy. You will be in love, because that is our countenance. That is what the universe wants for us, ultimately. So the last card we have for this week is miracles. I've always said to other people that I fully believe in miracles. I just don't say that they are miracles, because I do believe that we are limitless beings, and that what we call miracles are actually things that we can do. They are possibilities. They are choices that we make that give us the most beautiful outcomes. And miracles are all around us, always and all the time. So let's see what Denise Lynn has to say about miracles. She says that the double rainbow, she's talking about a double rainbow, is in the card, which I think is absolutely beautiful. I've seen double rainbows and wow, they're beautiful. After the storm, the rainbow appears. No matter where we are, the instant a rainbow splashes across the sky, we usually stop and stand in awe. Some say that rainbows are messages from the Creator. Others say that they are part of the electromagnetic spectrum phenomenon. But no matter the explanation for their existence, rainbows have struck awe in the hearts and souls of many through time. Many traditions believe that rainbows are blessings from the Creator. A double rainbow is double the blessings. So the message is this: the storms of the past are passing, and your dreams are coming true. No matter what has happened in the past, your future holds abounding miracles. Good fortune, celestial beauty, and inner divinity are expanding within you. Believe that your life is guided. Trust in the goodness of the universe. A celestial bridge to the heavens is opening for you. Start a health program, invest in your career, or initiate a relationship, and good fortune will manifest. Blessings are flowing in all directions. Believe that you deserve the best, because you do. Bounty, joy, blessings, and miracles are flowing your way. It may, in some senses, if you compare where you are at right now and what this card is saying to everything that's going on around us, it certainly doesn't seem like that is what is happening. But we are changing at the most inner core of our being. And the transformation is inevitable. So in the card diligence, where we were seeing above and the different perspective, are we wanting to resist that change within us, or accept that change is happening and go with the flow? That is actually a choice you have to make. In order to feel joy, acceptance, and gratitude is part of that recipe. So in our summary, we have delight, wonders, going forward, diligence, and miracles. It's a lovely week if we look at it that way, if we look at the glass half full rather than the glass half empty. And I'm urging you to look at that, not only this week, but for weeks to come. Because many of us can recognize the miracles. We can recognize what is beautiful. You can see the prism of the rainbow within the chaos. All you have to do is really take that higher perspective and just know that we're all in this together. And what you believe and what you do for yourself, you are sending out the ripples to everyone else. So believe in love, in joy, in peace, and it will spread across the network that we have. So having said that, I hope this is a wonderful week for you in whatever you do and whatever you think. And if you like this video, I would love it if you liked it and you subscribe to my channel. And I really hope to see everyone again in the next reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to greet you today and to give you a reading and basically give you a week's worth of messages. I hope you have a wonderful week, and we will see you again in the next reading.